Hey friends, do you know what is the top 30 Korean movies of all time? If you don't know, just watch the video. If you like this video, just subscribe to my channel and keep bell icon because you never miss our content. Okay, let's begin the video. Top 30 Korean movies of all time. 1. Midnight, 2021. This 2021 Korean thriller stars Lee Ha-joon, the actor who played Junho, the police officer, in the Netflix series, and features an intense, life-or-death storyline about a ruthless serial killer who hunts down a deaf woman through the streets of South Korea. 2. Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter and Spring, 2003. For those who prefer a more sentimental and emotional watch, you won't regret trying out this beautifully meditative film from 2003. It follows the life of a Buddhist monk living in an isolated floating temple, as each passing season symbolizes a stage in his life. 3. Peppermint Candy, 1999. Directed by acclaimed Korean director Lee Chang-dong, Peppermint Candy is a powerful, moving drama that explores themes of fate, time and memory using a unique and intriguing storytelling feature. The story is told in reverse, taking viewers backward through 20 years of a doomed man's life. 4. Little Forest, 2018. If you ever find yourself in need of something soothing and relaxing, just turn on Little Forest. With the heartwarming story of a young woman who escapes the city to return to her hometown in the countryside, it's truly a simple and quiet film with lots of heart. 5. The Villainies, 2017. Craving a good Korean action movie? This stylish, exhilarating revenge thriller about a trained assassin on a rampage to escape her past delivers all the high-energy action sequences you could ever want. Just brace yourself for the gore. 6. The Good, the Bad, the Weird, 2008. Yes, there are Korean Western films too. Prepare for a lot of laughs and adventure in this hilarious comedic Western action movie, inspired by Sergio Leone's classic spaghetti Western The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, about a bounty hunter, gangster and train robber who embark on an epic crusade to uncover buried treasure. 7. Right Now, Wrong Then, 2015. Right Now, Wrong Then is a great pick if you're in the mood for a more quiet, contemplative drama. This highly acclaimed film from celebrated director Hong Sang-soo tells the story of a chance encounter between a celebrated art film director and a young painter. 8. Train to Busan, 2016. A must-watch Korean thriller film, Train to Busan presents a fresh and original take on one of the most classic film genres, the zombie apocalypse flick, as it follows a man fighting for survival on a speeding train that's overtaken by a zombie outbreak. Prepare to be on the edge of your seat the entire time while watching this one. 9. Peninsula, 2020. After watching Train to Busan, you'll definitely want to follow it up with Peninsula, its highly anticipated sequel. Set 4 years after the events of the first film, a former soldier and his team battle zombies to retrieve a truck full of money from the wastelands of the Korean peninsula. 10. Minari, 2020. A tender and stirring drama about a family of South Korean immigrants who take on the American dream in 1980s rural Alcanso. This highly acclaimed film from Korean-American director Lee Isaac-chung received 6 Academy Award nominations, including for Best Picture. You'll probably want to keep a box of tissues handy for this one. 11. My Sassy Girl, 2001. My Sassy Girl is perhaps one of the most well-known Korean romantic comedy films of all time. In fact, it was the highest-grossing comedy in Korea at the time of release. With a delightful love story about a college student who meets a troublemaking partner, it's easy to see why this gem became such a widely successful blockbuster hit. 12. Parasite, 2019. There is a reason why this black comedy thriller has earned so much international acclaim and achieved Oscar-winning history. With an engrossing and genre-bending plot, Parasite captivates with suspenseful storytelling all throughout the film and delivers a truly intriguing take on the themes of class, violence, and social inequality. 13. Memories of Murder, 2003. If you loved Parasite and want to explore more of director Bong Joon-ho's works, Memories of Murder is a great place to start. Combining the crime thriller genre with social satire and absurdist comedy, this film follows two detectives investigating a series of murders, loosely based on the true story of Korea's first confirmed serial murders that took place in the 1980s. 14. The Beauty Inside, 2015. If you're looking for a good romantic Korean movie to watch, this 2015 fantasy rom-com, which is based on the 2012 American social film of the same name, tells the story of a man who wakes up in a different body every day. Plus, there is also a K-drama adaptation of the film you can watch afterward. 15. The Wailing, 2016. South Korean cinema has long excelled in the horror genre, and The Wailing, which boasts a 99% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, is certainly proof of that. Not for the faint of heart, this widely praised horror thriller flick centers on a series of mysterious killings in a rural Korean village. 16. Space Sweepers, 2021. Love sci-fi adventure films? One of the more recent Korean movies from Netflix, and also touted as the first Korean space blockbuster, is set in 2092 when Earth has become almost inhabitable. Space Sweepers follows the crew of a space junk collector ship called the Victory, as they discover a child humanoid robot and embark on an epic space adventure. 17. Burning, 2018. Based on the short story Barn Burning by Japanese author Haruki Murakami, this critically acclaimed psychological mystery drama from Lee Chang-dong tells the quietly haunting story of a young man who faces a mysterious secret after his childhood friend returns from a trip and brings along a man with a strange hobby. 18. Pirates, The Last Royal Treasure, 2022. Another recently released Korean movie is this period adventure film about a crew of pirates from the Joseon dynasty who go in search of royal gold lost at sea. Currently one of the top Korean movies released in 2022, Pirates, The Last Royal Treasure has an exciting, fast-paced story and plenty of adventure. 19. Old Boy, 2003. Perhaps one of the most well-known Korean movies of all time, this dark and visceral vengeance movie from Park Chan-wook, one of Korea's most celebrated directors, follows a man who sets out on a revenge mission after inexplicably being imprisoned for 15 years. Warning, this one's definitely not for the faint of heart. 20. The Handmaiden, 2016. Another masterful movie from director Park Chan-wook is this erotic psychological thriller and romance film inspired by the 2002 novel Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. Set in 1930s colonial Korea and Japan, it follows the riveting story of a Japanese heiress and her Korean handmaiden who's involved in an elaborate plot with a con man to seduce the wealthy woman from her inheritance. 21. Be With You, 2018. This tender melodrama is another popular romantic Korean movie that swept the box office upon its premiere. A remake of a popular Japanese movie of the same name, Be With You tells the story of a woman who miraculously returns to her husband 1 year later after her death, but with no memories of her life or family. 22. The Host, 2006. The Host is another masterpiece from director Bong Joon-ho that you'll need to watch, especially as it also stars Parasite's leading man Song Kang-ho. This thrilling flick presents a truly gripping storyline involving a terrifying sea creature to deliver what's widely considered one of the greatest monster movies to date. 23. A Taxi Driver, 2017. Parasite's Song Kang-ho stars in yet another beloved film. This one is about a cab driver from Seoul who unintentionally becomes involved in the Gwangju Uprising, a historical event that took place in South Korea in 1980. Plus, it's based on a real-life story, which makes it an even more compelling watch. 24. Poetry, 2010. For fans of melancholic and emotionally stirring films, Lee Chang-dong's Poetry delivers a poignant story about an elderly woman who takes up a poetry class after being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Family, memory and mortality are all themes that this movie explores beautifully, which means you'll definitely want to keep the tissues nearby. 25. I Saw the Devil, 2010. You can't fully explore Korean cinema without delving into their truly fantastic horror films, especially with this highly visceral and shockingly violent horror thriller flick from 2010, which follows a secret agent who sets out to find a serial killer after his wife is brutally murdered. You probably won't want to watch this one at night. 26. Extreme Job, 2019. What happens when a team of narcotics detectives goes undercover in a fried chicken joint to stake out an organized crime gang? That's exactly the quirky premise of this recent cop comedy hit, which delights audiences with the perfect balance of exciting action and feel-good comedy. 27. Secret Sunshine, 2007. From the same director who brought Peppermint Candy, Burning and Poetry to the screen, Lee Chang-dong, Secret Sunshine delivers a quietly riveting and heart-wrenching drama about a widowed mother who undergoes a tragedy after moving to a new town. Parasite Song Kang-ho also stars in this tear-jerking film, which explores grief, faith and personal loss. 28. Forgotten, 2017. For those who can't resist an intense psychological thriller, Forgotten is a must-watch that follows a young man trying to uncover the truth behind the sudden return of his abducted brother. The film delivers edge-of-your-seat mystery with suspenseful horror moments, not to mention some truly mind-bending plot twists you'll never see coming. 29. Okja, 2017. This adventure drama film, which features both Korean and English, about a young girl and her giant mutant pig is another gem from Bong Joon-ho and even has a star cast that includes American actors like Tilda Swinton and Jake Gyllenhaal. Centered around a Korean girl determined to save her beloved pet from being taken away by a powerful corporation, Okja is equal parts a whimsical fable and a dark, compelling satire. 30. Mother, 2009. And if you still can't get enough of Bong Joon-ho's movies, Mother sees the notable director tackling the murder mystery genre. This fascinating and riveting thriller film is about a mother who, after her intellectually disabled son is accused of murder, attempts to track down the real killer in order to clear her son's name.